All right, let me see if I've got it now. So when the accusation is made, they're teaching critical race theory in public schools. Your answer to that is technically they're not. Technically, they're not. They're not teaching Delgado and Stefančić in public schools. So that's the academic side. It is in academia. But what they are teaching, you would say, is the outworking of it, of like, if I were to take these academic principles, then how do I live them out in my everyday life?
Mm-hmm.
That's the praxis.
It's the doing, yes.
So when you hear in the news media, they're teaching critical race theory in public schools, the technical answer to that is no, they're not.
Unless they are teaching things like racism is embedded in, every piece of the American fabric. If they teach that racism will only, be ended when it's to the best interests of white people, then yes, they would be. Hold on one second.
We're getting the book.
Yeah, because this is the original. This book was written by people who were there at the founding of, CRT. And so when we look at
the podcast, the book that you're getting is the Introduction to Critical Race Theory book.
Yes.
This is while you're looking, I'm just going to read a couple comments here. Mm-hmm. Mike Davis says he appreciates the differentiation you're making between critical race theory, the theory, and critical race theory, the praxis. That's a helpful distinction. Ken says, so the argument that critical race theory isn't being taught in schools is, I think, a logical fallacy. Using the framework of CRT is being done in schools. So using the framework, this is where we get DEI and anti-racist ideas flowing downstream, as Monique pointed out. In the end, CRT is being taught via the framework, not the actual study. So this is a helpful conversation. When people say, and even some conservatives say, well, you're just using critical race theories, the boogeyman. Nobody's teaching that in public schools. What they mean by that is they're not teaching from this book, the academic side of it. But what we're saying is they are teaching the principles which are derived from it, which we would say is diversity, equity, and inclusion, and things like anti-racism.